In everyday life, we use many foods that come in bottles and jars, and once they're empty, these containers can be reused for other purposes. These jars are commonly used for pickling chili and garlic. However, removing the labels usually leaves behind stubborn, sticky glue marks. There are several easy ways to remove these sticky marks. Let me share the first method with you. Prepare a basin or container of an appropriate size, add a few drops of dishwashing liquid, then pour in warm water to dissolve it. Open the lid of the jar that needs cleaning and submerge it in the basin, letting it soak for about 10 to 20 minutes. At this point, the label should loosen enough to be removed using your hands. You can also use a sponge to remove it faster. You only need to apply a little pressure, and you'll see the glue and label residue come off cleanly. Rinse the jar once more, and it will be completely clean. Let it dry, and it's ready to use, simple and effective. The second way begins by tearing off the plastic layer on the surface, since it comes off more easily later on. Take some alcohol and apply it to the label that needs cleaning. Let it soak for about a minute, then wipe it off with a paper towel. Alcohol mainly contains ethanol. It's very useful for removing tape residue from walls, glue marks on glass, and more. For the third method, grab the jars with glue residue and tear off the plastic layer on the surface. After that, use a bottle of medicated oil, something that's quite rare in everyday households. Then, set it aside for 5 minutes, giving it time to soak thoroughly. Once the product has soaked in, use a paper towel to clean it. The wind oil works wonderfully and makes getting rid of glue stains easy. When the glue residue is cleaned off, the area feels smooth and comfortable without any stickiness. Method 4. Use cooking oil by applying it evenly over the label, then let it sit for 3 minutes. As with the previous methods, use a cloth or paper towel to remove the sticky residue. You can apply a little oil to the paper towel to make removing the sticky residue simpler. Method 5. New bottles, bowls, chopsticks, pots, and pans often come with labels. Before using them, remove the labels by taking a hair dryer, setting it to maximum heat, and holding it 1 to 2 centimeters from the label. Keep the airflow moving evenly across the label for some time, avoiding concentration on one location. Next, switch off the hair dryer, gently lift a corner of the label with your fingernail, and if it comes off gradually, the process was successful. It is very clean and there is no glue residue. Naturally, this technique is mainly for cookware and utensils like pots, pans, bowls, and chopsticks. Remove the labels before washing, since water makes them more difficult to remove. Today, which of these 5 methods for removing self-adhesive labels do you like best? Or do you have any better tips? Please leave your feedback in the comments and share. That's the end of the video. If you have any comments, leave them below. If you enjoyed it, give it a like, share it with family and friends, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for your support, and see you in the next video. Have you ever bought onions and noticed that after only a few days, they've already begun to sprout? They turn soft, and in some cases black, moldy, and smelly. Improper storage doesn't just cause them to go to waste, it can also impact your family's health. Many people make the mistake of storing onions inside sealed plastic bags. This causes moisture to build up inside. This makes the onions soften much faster. They become soggy, start sprouting, and develop an unpleasant odor. A better option is storing them in a paper bag or a mesh bag that allows airflow. These let air flow freely and help keep the onions dry and fresh for a longer time. Let me show you how to do it. It's quite simple. Simply take a clean paper bag and use scissors to cut about 5 to 7 small holes, spaced evenly around the bag. The holes allow airflow through the bag, allowing the onions to breathe. The holes don't have to be big. Approximately 0.2 inches wide, which is around 0.5 centimeters. Large enough to allow ventilation, yet not so large that the onions can fall out. Then put your onions inside the bag, but be careful not to overcrowd them. It's best to leave some space around each onion for airflow. By the way, where are you watching this video from? Leave a comment and tell us. Now put the bags in a dry place. A cool, dark spot away from direct sunlight, like a kitchen cabinet. The second option, aside from using paper bags, you can also use mesh bags to keep your onions fresh for a longer time. Avoid overcrowding the bag by stacking too many onions together. This can lead to bruising and faster spoilage. Dividing them into a few smaller bags works best. Repeat the process until all the onions are packed away. When complete, fasten the top of the bag securely using a durable string to prevent the onions from falling out. Finish by tying another knot to create a durable loop for hanging. Now hang the bag of onions in a dry place, a spot that's cool and has good airflow, such as a hook in the kitchen or close to a window. This method helps keep the onions separated. It helps maintain space between the onions, which helps prevent mold, rot, and soft spots. Let's move on to the next part. The first step is to get a cardboard box. Before putting any onions inside, ensure the onions are completely dry. The surface should be completely free of water or moisture. Even a bit of dampness can cause the onions to go bad quickly. Now, carefully set the onions into the box. Make sure not to stack them on top of each other if you're dealing with a large number of onions. After closing the box, store it in a cool location. A dry, cool place that allows proper ventilation. Here's method number 4 when you only want a piece of an onion. Slice only the portion you intend to use. Leave the remainder with the skin intact. The skin on the outside provides natural protection. This helps preserve the leftover piece and keeps bacteria away. Now grab a piece of plastic wrap. Then place the leftover onion in the center. Wrap the onion tightly, ensuring the cut area is fully sealed. Finally, put the wrapped onion in the fridge's crisper drawer. Using this technique, your remaining onion will remain fresh for roughly 7 to 10 days. When you want to save time in the kitchen, prepare onions by cutting them into sizes and shapes for everyday recipes. In slices, cubes, or thin strips. After you've finished chopping, take a Ziploc bag or an airtight container. Transfer the onions inside. Using a tightly sealed bag or container prevents the onion odor from affecting other foods. Keep it in the refrigerator or freezer. If you're storing it in a Ziploc bag, seal the bag tightly and remove as much air as you can. Now put the onions in the freezer. Frozen onions can stay good for 3 to 6 months, and they will keep their flavor if used within that period. Once you're ready to start cooking, you can use the frozen onions directly from the freezer. You can also let them thaw by themselves. And if you have any other helpful tips, don't hesitate to share them. Let's help one another. Small tips like these can truly simplify daily life. And it's more budget-friendly. If you found this video helpful, please give this video a like. Subscribe to our channel and share this video if you like it. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back with another video soon.